Ryder Cup returning next year, Bethpage Black. And yesterday, the PGA of America's Board of Directors approving a plan that will increase the amount of money given to U.S. Ryder Cup players for both charities and what the association is calling a stipend. They're going to get paid. New plan increasing the amount given to players for charities from $200,000 to $300K, with another $200 large given to players. And they're calling it a stipend that does not have to be directed toward a charity. This from Don Ray, the president of the PGA of America. It's an amazing international competition, but at the end of the day, just one of the ways the PGA helps to grow the game. We're just trying to do good with the money we have. The message was to grow the game and help charities. Players are our members as well. We treat them just like we do all of our members. Joined once more by Rex Hoggard. So Rex, how did all this come together?
I think this is something they've been talking about really since Rome last year in the Ryder Cup. And you go back to the conversation was swirling at that match about the idea that some of the U.S. players wanted to be paid. To be clear, no players had any input on this. And I think this is something that the PGA of America had been wrestling with for a little while. If you look at how the policy was set way back in 1999, $200,000 was going to players, and that was specific for charity. So they probably felt like it was time for no other reason than maybe if you look at the economics of the Ryder Cup, and we all know how much money that brings in. So I think that probably influenced their decision. And certainly the state of golf right now. We just had an extended conversation about PGA Tour enterprises and how private equity is coming into professional golf. Certainly that factored in as well.
Europeans have come out against being paid. Rory McIlroy, most notably. Don't need it, don't want it. European writers, you know, Rex, will hammer this. How could this be a factor 9 months from now when we get to Bethpage?
I'm sorry, Rich. I had a hard time keeping a straight face because you said European writers. I'm more worried about European captains and assistant captains and players since they've already been really outspoken about this. I had a chance to talk with Kerry Haigh, who's the interim CEO of the PGA of America, 2 days ago about this change. And sort of the back and forth was, how long do you think this is going to be a story? How long do you think we'll be talking about this? And I said, as long as the Europeans want us to talk about it. I can imagine Luke Donald, the captain of the European team, already has a big poster made up. And it's something going along the lines of, we play for pay. I mean, we play for pride, they pay for play. And I think it's going to be something in that neighborhood simply because the Europeans are really good about capitalizing on those types of things. And you look at the divide. I will call this an elegant solution that the PGA of America came up, that they had to do something on this front. But the Europeans are certainly going to try to exploit it.
You're a media guy, been at it a long time. If the U.S. side brought you in for some advice as to how to handle these questions, and you know they are going to come at, principally, I think, Keegan Bradley, the captain, throughout 2025, I would suspect starting at Kapalua. If you were to give advice as to how to sort of manage all of this and message this, what would you say, Rex?
I think Keegan Bradley handled it best yesterday. I kind of texted him just for a statement for the story that I was writing, and he politely declined, but he did say, you can tell everybody that I'm giving all $500,000 that I'm going to be given for being the captain of next year's Ryder Cup to charity. That's the way you can handle it.
Rex, thank you. And again, you can read more of Rex's column at golfchannel.com. Rex, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Last 5 Ryder Cups, they've been blowouts. It's about the home turf, right? Our pal Paul McGinley, the captain at Glen Eagles, 2016 remembered for Rory v. Reed at Hazeltine, La Calamite in France for the U.S., then Whistling, and then, well, Marco Simone, Europe.